Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is your boy James, a.k.a. Hollywood J. Black, live in the building once again. Back with another Synful Blaq Reacts. I got my main mans. Big MFN, sinners in the building. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good. Excuse me. I haven't been really paying too much attention to the online shit recently. I've been playing the shit out of Elden Ring. But when we logged in to do reacts this morning, I saw Thomas E. Cleophas, Skerfuffle, Furfuffle, Feefuffle, Timothy, Honesty, Honest to God, MacDonald, DMD, DDS, whatever the fuck you call him now.
Esquire, DDS, PhD.
Dropped a new track with his friends, with his girl Nova, Adam Calhoun, and our boy Struggle Jennings.
I wish we could drop. I wish we could drop a track with all of our friends so we could show how trash all of our friends are.
It would be like for me. It'd be like 3 people.
It'd be me, you, and like.
It'd be John and his wife.
Oh, that'd be an interesting track right there.
Yeah, and Coop.
I mean, I have a few friends, like people I call friends. Well, at least we'd have Keegan. We'd have some legitimate bars on there. So
yeah, and we could probably convince Cap Scissor to come through.
There you go. Oh,
just have that bookend our shit.
Exactly.
So we know exactly how trash our shit is.
Yeah, fucking exactly. Oh my. All right. So this particular track, we have a lot of white people on this track. So we have plenty of Caucasianness. No, I'm just fucking around.
You want to start a video? Yes, we are doing a song. We are doing a rap song that has all the whites on it.
All the whites.
This is strictly periodic right now. It's just parody, so don't get mad at that.
Yeah. No, in all seriousness, okay. Because goddamn it, I love Nova and I love her style.
And we're big fans of Struggle.
Big Struggle. You know, we got all love for Tom. And Adam Calhoun post If I'm Gonna Die Tonight and then I'm Gonna Be Okay. Calhoun, that man is growing on me. So
you guys gotta remember, when we started getting into the Tom MacDonald stuff, Hollywood was not a fan of Tom MacDonald.
No, I was not, because he came out with a video of him just burning money and while sitting on a Porsche of it burning, and things were burning, okay? There was a lot of burning going on, and it made me think of the fact that I should probably get some Jock Itch cream, and I don't like a video that makes me think of Jock Itch cream.
Let it burn, let it burn.
But ever since then, ladies and gentlemen, Tom MacDonald for the last, we're on 2 years now, it's blown us
Almost
away.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah, it's blown us away with his shenanigans and theatrics. So, all jokes aside, I think he's kind of opened our eyes to an alternative view of how certain people feel. He's willing to challenge the status quo, and he obviously has 2 other artists between Struggle and Adam Calhoun that do it, and then probably the most creative mind that I've ever had the chance of seeing in Nova Rockefeller on this track. So this is gonna be fun.
Nova, like touched our soul when she dropped her solo songs last year.
Dude, listen, if they really started putting out, not they, but like if the Grammys start putting out, you know, focusing on independent music and actually gave a fuck about independent music, there ain't no reason why Nova Rockefeller should not have a few Grammys for creating video sets and video production and video direction, stuff like that. She'd have all the Grammys from the last 2 years in that. Her creativity style is insane, you know, and I love it. And like, she sees things in a different light, and you have to appreciate it. So I think this is gonna be no different. I'm excited to see where this goes. And that's really what I gotta say. Big Sin, are you ready to find out how much of In God do they trust, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, so without further ado, this is In God We Trust, right here on Synful Blaq Reacts. Let's go.
They separate us from our neighbors and they call it social distancing. It's actually a bigger plan, it's called social conditioning. They took away our privacy, there's always someone listening. The election's planning riots for the citizens. The government has always lied, it's history repeating. But the problem is the schools dumb you down so you believe them. If you try to speak the truth inside a tweet, then they delete it. Whole administration Satanists who claim they praise in Jesus. Every year there's a new name for enemies that we're facing. It's Al-Qaeda, then ISIS, and now American patriots. Who would have thought those who love the country the most would be hated on by folks who call America home? Both political parties are equally just as evil. They've been working for themselves, don't give a damn about the people. Black, white, yellow, brown, humanity needs you. Cause united we stand, divided they will defeat you. The man on the news says the problem is me. I'm just a small town boy with big American dreams. The world's going crazy and they lying to us. Don't know who to believe, so in God we trust.
Okay.
So I'm going to say right now, I got a little chill from the hook.
Yes.
Hearing Nova's voice with Tom's voice in unison like that is amazing.
Yes. I'm still waiting for that dual album. They haven't. Because remember, the only album that they have is him, Brandon, and Nova.
And her,
yeah. If I could just have a Nova and Tom's duet album, even if it's just an EP, six tracks, that'd be nice.
So as soon as that shit hit, I got like a chill down my back. I was like, ooh,
yeah,
I like it.
Yeah. But amongst the verse itself, only a couple things I'd like to point out. America's election system isn't rigged. It's imbalanced. Because everywhere else in the world, it votes off of a majority rules, right? That's not the case here in America. There's an electoral college, which means that certain states
you get the public vote,
yeah,
and then the electoral college are like, no, you're wrong. We're putting this person in office.
Exactly, and there's even states that have the power. There's states that have the power where the person can overturn what the majority of the people vote in that state and vote for the other person.
Georgia,
it's
Georgia,
yeah. It's imbalanced. Okay, so. There's nothing necessarily rigged about it. It's just not the normal way that you're supposed to do an election. They do it so that if a state is majority one leaning one way, but it votes another, it gives that power still for that state to lean one way, which is
it used to be red or blue, now it's left or right.
Yeah, which can we go back to red or blue? Can we go back to the Bloods and Crips, please? Things were better when the Bloods and Crips were in charge. Oh.
All right, and on that note, let's continue this on.
Y'all missing what was written in them pages. That was history they wrote, now you wanna change it. You racist, you hate this. Why you want us all to be locked up in cages? I can't stand the left, everything they say's depressing. Ship them to the Middle East, they can learn oppression. Believe me, I mean this quite literal. I love liberty, but liberals wear a mask, stay home, complain and moan, talk about privilege on your phone in your Range Rover, Starbucks, mango, foo-foo, whatever. The cloth I'm cut from can handle any weather. You just paper in the rain, we ain't the same. Stand for the flag, only kneel when I pray. I just pray we go back to the old days, land of the free, home of the brave.
The man on the news says the problem is me. I'm just a small town boy with big American dreams. The world's going crazy and they lying to us.
I love the chorus.
Don't know who to believe, so in God we trust. Yeah.
Okay, damn, you hear that Stuckle Jennings growl. All right, give me a second first. So Adam Calhoun, there's a couple things on there I'd like to touch on. His hate for liberals is strong, isn't it?
Yeah, his hate for liberals is strong. And not only that, you can tell that he's listening to what people are saying about him.
Yeah, I get that, and I hope that he doesn't get frustrated, because Adam Calhoun is one of the very few artists who's, oddly enough, from the Midwest, from Chicago, that has almost like a Southern style flow.
Which is why we made the mistake we made a few videos ago.
Yeah, and still has respect from the hip hop community, the black hip hop community. One of the very few that encompass all that. The thing is that some days I think that we need to stop labeling people, right? But part of his verse and Tom's verse is that it alludes to that. But they have to stop doing that themselves. Like, people that want to restrict everything, we can't call them liberals because liberals believe in everything should be free. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what it is. That's the whole thing between being liberal and conservative. Liberal means you want everything. Conservatives mean you want nothing. Okay, that's definitions of those. I think there are people out there that don't understand a lot of the shit that people go through. Or people don't understand the different walks of life people come from. Like, me and you can get Adam Calhoun because he's a hardworking American. You know, he started out working in factories and shit like that before he became an artist. This is well documented. He's talked about it. He's worked in factories, warehouses, shit like that. Very, very much a blue-collar American. And so his perspective may be different than somebody that's a white-collar American, which may also differ from the guy that never had a collar because he couldn't get an opportunity.
And people make no mistake about it. Me and Hollywood are no-collar, blue-collar individuals. We've
been everywhere.
Everything we've had, we struggled with. So. Yeah,
but we've also worked blue-collar jobs. We've worked white-collar jobs. We've worked no-collar jobs. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of... I think that's the beautiful part about me and Big Sin is that we can see everybody's perspective and see where everybody's both right and wrong in the process. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the worst part about it because we sit there and see these people rant and be like, no, that's not how it works. And then, I mean, how many times have we said that? Like, we sat here and watched somebody just go on and on and on about something. You're just like, no. What the fuck are you talking about?
And then you say like 4 words and put it in perspective. It's like, oh wait, you're right. Hold on.
Exactly. Thank you. I do think I think Adam Calhoun is right in what he's trying to say. I just think that we need to stop putting labels on things because it doesn't fit their own narrative. Because they want to take labels off of things and call shit that is what it is. But it starts with us as people. That's the point I'm trying to get at.
So. That was a very long-winded statement by Hollywood. We heard the deep voice get ready to start up, so we know Struggle Jennings is on deck. So
yeah, I'm
very excited to hear what that man's got to say.
The struggle grunt. That's the struggle. That's what it is. It's the. He's like, finally put me on this verse. God damn, took you so long, motherfuckers. Oh, hold on.
I see through all the illusions, refuse to hear rumors or accept that we're losing. Easy to get caught up, consumed by the consumer. Truth is so diluted, people starve off the confusion. Comfort is the killer, your dreams execution. Cool persecution if I make a contribution. Home of the brave look like a mental institution, and there will be revolution if we can't find resolution. And a threat is a promise, stand up, pay homage. They tell lies, I'm being honest, test the time is upon us. I know that God got us, so I'm fighting in his honor. Hear the cries of the crusaders as we're strapping up our armor. Either set a higher ground or drown in a drama. If I die for what I love, then my death will be nirvana. We fighting for our freedom, don't believe what they've been feeding. Be the change you wanna see, the warrior that we're needing.
The man on the news says the problem is me. I'm just a small town boy.
Still love this chorus, man. I'll pause in a second. We'll talk about struggle in a second.
The world's going crazy and they lying to us. Don't know who to believe, so in God we trust.
I think Struggle's verse put everything I just said into a 16 bar verse almost. At least 8 of the bars were alluding to what I said when I was talking about with labels and shit and the shit's confusing and then people putting shit on you that ain't supposed to be on you. Like he did that. He talked about that in the first 8 bars of his shit. He was, you know what I'm saying, that there's this going on and this going on and this going on. However,
the one line that got me was the revolution. People were thinking that a revolution is a resolution.
Yeah.
And I was like, he gets it.
Yeah. Well, because if the shit keeps going on, if you keep dividing everybody and entrenching that division in between people so deep that nobody can cross it, that's the only outcome that's gonna happen is that. And we've seen it. We literally see it when we go to comment boards where, you know what I'm saying, people that are quote unquote from the left fighting with people that are quote unquote from the right and not realizing they're fighting over the same fucking shit just in a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many Twitter arguments have we seen over bullshit?
This, ladies and gentlemen, is why I do not step foot in the political talk or anything like that.
This is why I promised for 2022 I wouldn't do it. But it's hard when you also have to react to Tom MacDonald videos because he pushes that envelope very, very well, ladies and gentlemen.
So I'm wondering if we just got the chorus to run us out or if Nova's actually going to spit.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe she'll drop a 8-bar song, like, you know, like a vocal. Let's see.
Yeah,
we'll see. There's plenty of time on this track left, like a minute. So we'll see.
We don't trust the news, the government, or pharma. We just want freedom that you have that to offer. We don't want the lies, the politics, or the drama. We just want the life that was promised by our fathers. We don't trust the news, the government, or pharma. We just want freedom that you have that to offer. We don't want the lies, the politics, or the drama. We just want the life that was promised by our fathers. The man on the news says the problem is me. I'm just a small town boy with big American dreams. The world's going crazy and they lying to us. Don't know who to believe, so in God we trust.
So, which now leads me to my last thing that he said in there. Because the one thing about the chorus, I think, with the exception of Adam, who's from Chicago, Tom was from a small town in Canada before he moved over to the U.S. Same with Nova. The small town situation, struggles from a small town too. Gotta add that in. The small town, people from small towns and people from big cities have continuously beefed with each other for reasons that I don't understand why. Why? I'm serious though. Sid, how many times we work? Let me pick a job for you. The tire shop. So, you know me, I'm from Oakland, grew up in Vegas. You from Jersey, grew up in a small town in Bullhead and came into Vegas, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? You've had the experience of both, okay? And then I think there was this one cat that worked at this tire shop that we used to work at. I think it was the Hispanic brother.
Guillermo.
Yeah. So he's from a small little town in wherever the hell he's from, California, whatever, right? Which is weird. Small town in California, those two things don't mix. But I digress. And his perspective on shit, it was completely different than how we saw it because he called us big city folk, and he's from a small town. I'm like, why is it that people from small towns and people from big towns, from big cities, why do they clash? Is it because...
It's because they think it's about work ethic. They think that if you're from a larger city, you don't got to work as hard to get to where you want to be. That's basically all it is. Without knowing people's history, you shouldn't say shit like that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. So I just want to concentrate on this last part of the song. Nova's melodic singing while Tom was doing his thing is beautiful. I love the chorus of the song. I think I really enjoy Struggle's verse because that's just struggle. But the message of the song, like I said, it's about labeling and shit like that. But it's a good song.
Yeah. Struggle's verse to me put everything together. That's kind of, for me...
It's like he took Tom's and Adam's like...
Yeah, because it's very much... Tom had one perspective, Adam had another perspective, and Struggle kind of just brought everything to the middle without being divisive. And, you know, I love it when you can tell a message without being divisive. Which basically said, if we can't figure out one side or the other side, we're going to have a revolution. So I think, to me, as much as I love Tom and I praise Adam for his verse in this one too, Struggle Jennings was the MVP of this one because he made the song complete.
And with the chorus the way it was, made this a beautiful song.
Yeah, yeah. Although I gotta praise Struggle because I think out of the three he's the most experienced MC out of all of them. So he just has a way of delivering a message that everybody can get. So shout out to Struggle Jennings. Shout out to Tom. Shout out to Adam. Shout out to Nova. Wonderful song. If you are, I would say that if you are a quote unquote American patriot, that you feel that you're trying to find if you're hopped up on the violent side of things and shit like that, I think you need to take a listen to this song and get a perspective on what you're really doing it for as an American. I think that's, to me, instead of being hopped up on violence and dividing people and shit like that, if you are a real American, then you can have a bunch of love and respect for this song because this song breaks down all sides of it. And again, Struggle's verse puts everything into perspective. So make sure you listen to this. Shout out to my peoples. And yeah, man, this was a good one. This was a good one as a collaborative effort. It told a story. If you listen to it hard enough, it told a story. So
with all that being said, if you like what we do here, go ahead and do us a favor. Like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell so you know more Synful Blaq reaction drops. Be on the lookout for videos all week. We are back on a normal schedule for the most part. So
yes, we are back in the saddle, and we should make this thing pop. So until next time, that's my man Big Sin. I'm your boy Hollywood J Black. This is Synful Blaq Reacts, and we are out this thing.